Hi classmates! So for my first activity, I did a discussion board for my learner community interaction, and I wanted particularly to work on this prompt, which is a follow-up to a really important reading that we do in the Introduction to Women's Studies course. And it's transformative, but it's also very heavy. And so I'm using this instead of starting a debate or a conversation so much. I'm looking to build community, and I'm also looking to check in with the students and make sure that I get their temperature. So as you can see here, I've got 3 paragraphs in their initial prompt, and I want them to be able to articulate what the takeaway is. I want them to focus on one story that really moved them, and then I want them to reflect on what motivated them to action. Were they the stories of people who were going through an injustice and overcoming it, or were they the stories of people who were looking at a societal problem and trying to fix it? And I think this will be really important because it will allow everybody to speak and everybody to be heard instead of our in-class discussions, which suffered from a few strong personalities who really tended to take over. This will give other people a chance, people who don't want to be speaking up in class, or people who are better writers than they are speakers, or people who are needing a little more time to formulate their thoughts. And I think that in particular, Half the Sky is a great place for them to be thinking and formulating and to have a good, strong, empowering takeaway. For my second activity, I decided after consulting with Charles that I would do a choice board, because in teaching this class last time, this unit on body image was a little bit tricky for some students. I had about a 20% group that were actually people of color, and I had a few students come to me privately or even publicly in the class and admit that they were struggling with disordered eating. And so body image readings were really difficult for them. So this seemed like the perfect place to try out a choice board to help them have a few different options to read. So in this case, because I'm a novice, I've given everybody exactly the same sorts of things so that they wouldn't end up choosing whatever appeared to be the shortest. So we have readings, there's a music video, there's a TED Talk, and then a short commercial. And I realize that this looks fluffy to people from other disciplines, but one of the course outcomes is actually to change behavior going forward after their understanding has been opened about the way that gender affects women in society. So some of these are really fun and we have a good time with them, but it was great to be able to give them an option. And last but not least, this is my assessment activity. It goes along with the same body image unit as before, and again goes with the same outcome for the course, which is to affect decision-making and behavior going forward. And here I'm asking them to do something that I think will be both engaging and authentic. I'm asking them to go through a playlist and look for body image lyrics or things that talk about beauty norms, and they need to look at their own songs and choose a few of them and pull out the relevant lyrics. And it's not to judge their music, as I'll explain to them, but it is to get them to be able to articulate what some of the influences are that they are exposed to all the time.